Hi, this is Paul from the Teacher Center, and I want to introduce to you digital badges. This is the next wave of professional development that Sweet Home is going to be able to offer all of its teachers and staff members. Digital badges are created in a way to form micro credentials for a person. It can certify them being proficient in a particular level within a particular app or software program. The best part about badges is that it's self-paced. So for the most part, all the badges that we're going to be offering at the Sweet Home Teacher Center will be 1 credit or 1 hour's worth of time towards a particular course. This PDF that people will be getting throughout our district will show them a little bit about what the badge is. Here is the video that they'll get that will be a little bit more polished than our committee video here today about how to earn a digital badge. Essentially, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, join the badge that you might be interested in. Second, complete the task and submit the evidence of your learning. This generally comes in screencasts, maybe a text reflection, and so forth. And then lastly, submit your work as to request feedback when you're done with all the different tasks of a badge. Essentially, teachers would be asked to click on the button here at the bottom, and this would take them to Badge List. Here is where I've created an account for Sweet Home, where a variety of badges are going to be listed. All of these badges have been created by Sweet Home. Most of them are using screencasts that our own Sweet Home teachers have made, or we have curated various videos that might be helpful to learning a particular program or app or even teaching methodology. What's great about this is that people are able to join in, and it doesn't cost anything to join Badge List, but they can browse through the courses that may be offered at this time. We've got, I don't know, a half a dozen or more different badges that we've been working on and are ready to send out to our faculty. So let me navigate over and show you what it would look like from a user end. Simply, they would go in and join the badge. So they'd click on this button here and be able to enter in with their username and so forth. So clicking on the join the group, they would create a new account using their Sweet Home credentials. Since I've already done that, I'm going to go over to my account and show you what it looks like to go into a badge. Each of the badges is going to show us, and this is probably the best part about it, the badges are going to show us exactly what is going to be um, asked of the users, of the participants. So you'll see that we have 3 different parts to this Edpuzzle badge. The first one is getting started and what is Edpuzzle, and then editing content, and then assigning. In most cases, people will go in the order in which this is presented, but they don't have to. They can click on the first part and begin to see what is asked of them. It generally will start off with in this task, and then it'll highlight various points of interest. There will be resources, in this case the video that all those items came from, asking the participant to watch the video and to learn how to do their evidence of learning. This first task, fairly simple, just going to Edpuzzle so that they can create and use their Sweet Home account. From there, the user is being asked to search for a video so that they could maybe work on something for an upcoming unit. And lastly, all they have to do to show their evidence is to copy the URL address and submit it for their badge review. You'll notice at the top of the page there's a little icon here. This one is a link. There's a variety of different kinds of ways that a participant can prove or show evidence that they have in fact learned something. In this case, it's uploading a link. Maybe it's a text reflection or a screenshot of some work that they've produced or created within a badge. If the person wants to do this badge, they would click on Join Badge. And from here, the screen changes just a little bit, showing the user what they actually have to do. So right now, my screen is showing me these blue boxes that I have not entered any kind of evidence. But when I'm ready, I could post a new item. I can get into it and see what the details are, and here's the page. And when the learner is ready, they can post their evidence. In this case, it's going to be a URL link. So they would type in HTTP, or maybe just a copy and paste whatever it happens to be. And once they're ready, they could post the evidence. And of course, I didn't put anything in all that great, so let me just do this so we can have this look a little better. Post the evidence, and it'll tell me that the person has finished. It'll tell me, the user, the participant, that I've completed this. And then I can go through part 2 and part 3 and so on. The best part is if I'm done for the day, I could leave this area, and the next time I return, I could pick right back up from where I left off. When I'm done, or maybe I'm stuck, I could request feedback. So I could hit this orange button at any time, and whoever's facilitating the course would then get an alert that a participant has either asked a question or is submitting work to review. And the course facilitator would then answer those questions or offer feedback to each participant. Once the person's done, there's a page here. Let me just go back to the Sweet Home Teacher Center. And if I click into the Ed Puzzle, I should be able to see at the bottom who are the badge learners. So these are people who are just getting started. Right now I'm the first person. Once I complete the badge, I will become a badge expert. And everyone else at Sweet Home would see who the experts are. So what makes that appealing is that people within a building can see others who have used a program, and they can begin to have some conversations with their buildings and create their own professional learning network when it comes to their PD. So I'll go back out to the Teacher Center homepage and begin selecting different badges that I might be interested in. Here's a new choice for us. What I'd like to do is try to encourage some of us on the PDP committee or Teacher Center Policy Board to click into the podcast series where we're taking a topic. This is from Jennifer Gonzalez that comes from, let me just go down to the details, that comes from Cult of Pedagogy. It's a great website full of lots of wonderful resources and podcasts. So here is a 30-minute or so podcast that everyone can click into, and if they're interested, it'll be broken down into these various parts. So you could see up to the 14-minute mark, from 14 to 17, and so on. And again, if the person clicks into it, here is the different parts from this piece of the episode. Here's the the web address to listen to the podcast from this section, and then some questions for them to reflect on. When they're done with that, they would click, go back to the main menu of the podcast, and then click into the next part, which actually is part 3 of the episode. Again, listen to the episode from 14 to 17 and be able to click forward. One thing I'll point out is that on the actual course itself, it's reminding people right from the beginning that you should be logging this into PDP Premier so that our teacher, our Office of Instruction rather, knows exactly who's taking the class and helping to administrate and facilitate in that manner. So I hope this is a quick introduction of badging and what we hope to do in the very near future. My goal is to pass this out to our faculty as soon as possible because a lot of these courses are ready to go, and we're looking for feedback. So as a Teacher Center Policy Board member or as a PDP committee member, I'd ask you to take a look at some of these. A few of them aren't ready yet, so I have them hidden, so your screen might look just a little bit different when you pop into here. But poke around, see if you could play around with one of the courses, and of course if you finish the course you'll get your in-service credit, but as a committee member I'd be looking for some feedback. Anything would be helpful. So again, thank you very much for your time. See you soon.